Howdy folks, welcome back to the shed on this quite bright and very nice Sunday. Let's see who we've got in the chat. Oh, good morning, afternoon, evening. Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider. We've got Chris at Valleys 56XX. We've got the estimable Jean Ricard. We have Martin O'Keefe. Good afternoon, Martin. We've got Dino. Hello, Dino. Nice to see you. Grandpa Rouse, JD. Good to see you. Moneybrook Junction. Hello, Mark. And a very nice one is E equals MC squared. An Einstein. Oh, genius? No, I don't think so. Genius lets you know that you never let a problem go once you start it. So it's a matter of, no, that's not really me. No genius there, I'm afraid. But thank you for the sentiment. That's very nice. Simon Trains, good afternoon, Simon. How was the seaside last week? How was the seaside? It was packed. It was a really, really hot day. I got a bit crisped up on the forehead and the forearms. It was absolutely packed. The beach was wasn't standing room only, but it was busy, really busy. And it's always a faff trying to get a parking spot and all the rest of it. And it was quite a big family event. So my sister and her girls turned up, and the babies, and the dog was there. So yeah, it was a little bit chaotic, but the weather was great. It was a little bit breezy because we were right on the coast. But who else have we got? We got Carl Braun. Hello, Carl. And Robert's train set, Robert Valentine. There he is, the man himself. Soda Dan DeMan. Hello, Dan. And let me just, Tim Maslin, good afternoon. Nice to see you. Let's just go through participants. Yeah, Grandpa Rouse. There's Clive. Hello, Clive. President's XD Locomotive Shed. Good to see you too. And yeah, I think we have now covered just about everybody. So we're back on live chat. Yeah, it was a Sunday event, so I moved things to Saturday, and 20/6. Get 'em, Grandpa. If everybody would like to prod the little like button, I'd be most appreciative. It's good for the analytics, allegedly. But yeah, it was what it was. So it was a family event. Trying to get everybody together for one day is always difficult. Takes a lot of prodding and moving things aside. When I heard there's a heat wave coming, like, yeah, bugger it, I'm going north. Yeah, that's one way of cooling things down. Go north, my son, go north. Done, but take lights with a pinch of salt. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, you can't twist people's arms and say, you know, please do this. You know, I look on YouTube as something that's beauty rather than debasement, and I suppose it can be used for either. It's a shame that it's seen as a business, but it is what it is. Alan Reynolds, hello, nice to see you. Wolfsex Scenics, hello, Paul, good to see you too. Lord Al has entered the building. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And he's got a great big box of Lord Al Lavies. I did see those the other day when I flicked the computer on, and all of a sudden, hey, there's Lord Al, and there's Barnabas Junction, and I think it was Jeff Reedman. Is that right, Al? Was that Jeff Reedman who came across with Jason? Yeah. Al's on the tippy tappy. Yes. Thanks, Al. Yeah. So it was a nice day. It was hot and it took a lot of organisation to get everybody to one spot at the same time. But no sooner as the day started, it's time to go home. And after fish and chips, off we go. So yeah, it was quite a long day, but it was great to see everybody on the Saturday, albeit a little chaotic. So things are back to normal. And Happy Valley Hobbies. Hello, Edward. A very good morning to you. Hi to all that's new in the stream. Yes, indeed. What am I running today? I thought I'd have a southern day. So I've got something quintessentially southern from the UK. Let me just move myself out of the way. So there is, what have we got? Blackmore Vale with a suitable rake of bullied southern poaching stock with it. And then going t'other way, as it motors around the corner, coming the other way, an equally United States Southern 440 with some suitably matched rolling stock, admirably made by Roundhouse, which is one of my favorites. I love the Roundhouse stuff. Very similar in makeup to the blue box that everyone in the United States is familiar with. Good basic kits. Dugma Junction, hello Wayne. David Attenborough, eat your heart out. Yeah. You could indeed go to America and see 440s and stock, but why not bring them to yourself? So the mountain comes to Muhammad. Yeah, that could be one way of looking at it. Yeah, it's good to see you, Wayne. So that's what I thought I'd do. Yes, these are DCC and they are capable of sound. The Blackmore Vale also has a smoke generator. I can't remember which function it's on, but it's obviously not working at the moment. That does draw quite a few bits of ampage. Why does the USA locomotive pull 4 coaches and the Brits pull in 3? Well, you have to keep, all things being equal. Let's just put it this way. I saw it. I grabbed it. I thought, okay. But 10 out of 10 for observance. And anyone I missed. Yes, indeed. Digger Evans. I didn't say good afternoon to you, Digger. Always great to see you, man. And H&H Express is hi. Our brother from the Netherlands. Good to see you. Can't wait for you to be back in operation in September. I believe you said early September. So we'll all hold you to that. No, not really. While you've got the decent weather high and you're enjoying the new doggy, yeah, it's good to be out there and enjoying yourself. So yeah, very much do that. You work hard enough, so yeah, play hard when you get the chance. To get an up-to-date number of likes, you need to refresh the page on the PC. Absolutely right, Robert. Yeah, you only find out these things when the trouble is that the participants always comes up with a variable. So it goes up, it goes down, and you can actually see it rising and falling. But the likes button doesn't. I'm showing 18 at the moment. So thank you very much, everybody, for your participation in hitting the like button. That's very kind. The farm doesn't need me now, so I'm back indoors having fun. Absolutely. No matter what we do. If there's an element of fun in it, then it always makes the Dinmore Junction Model Railway. Hello there. Nice to see you. Meow China. Plate, mate. Wait. Yes, a little bit of Cockney rhyming slang there. So yes, that's what I'm running today. I thought I'd have a bit of Southern. Not to make a change, but it was just something I was thinking about yesterday. Haven't run the Southern stock for a while, so let's have a dearth of Southern. And I think you'll agree that little 440 is a particularly nice job that Bachman did on that. It's a shame they don't make them with the same techniques that they were doing it back in the day. They seem to have cheapened everything and made them more expensive. Curly Express, there's Dwight. Hello, Dwight. It's King Dwight, the tuna can man himself. Always good to see you. In the post this week, I got these, which are the smoke generator or smoke fan motors. And as you can see, there's 3 of them in there, and they are tiny compared to my little finger. It's about the size of my little fingernail, one of those. I mean, I can hide it behind my little finger. So these are tiny, absolutely tiny. But apparently they're 5-volt motors, and they can spin to something crazy like 25,000 revs per minute. So I will be transplanting one of those into the GS4 to get the smoke unit working. I'll give them a little bench test first, make sure they're good. Why did I get 3? Well, we've got lots of MTH smokers. So if one of them does go down, I've at least got a spare. Or if I do a faux pas on the installation, I've got some options there. Yeah. So it didn't seem worth getting just one. And we've got Artie in. Hey, it's been tied up in the back bedroom. So you've been doing a little bit of Houdini there in trying to get yourself out of that one, tied up in the back bedroom. That means you've been working on the layout. God, what a stop out. There you go. Yeah, I'm glad to see you've still got your head in the railways, Artie, and you're not letting the problems get you down, which is great to see. I was in Artie's stream last night, and he's obviously got his head above the water, which is always good to see. And we've got, there's Brian. Hello, Brian. Top of the day to you, sir. I hope you're well. And did I see you were going to some kind of event yesterday, Brian? I mean, I could be wrong. And Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Nice to see you. Inverted Popes. Hey, nice to see you too. Anyway, I'll get you across to so you can get a closer look. I'll just shift my little cradle, which is the Pico foamy cradle. That sits up on the wall just above where the PC is to keep it out of the way. Just went to my model shop in Kidderminster. Oh, that's got to be, is that footplate, Brian? Because, yeah, footplate are known to do their own editions of things or have commissions, particularly with Daypole. Yes. Okay, yes, I have been there, Brian. Once, twice. What's the railway that's right next door? Is that Severn Valley? Severn Valley Railway, Brian? Come on, Brian, I'm relying on you here. Chobberton Junction, Tony. Hello, Tony. Great to see you. Welcome in. Severn Valley Railway. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, my mind. Yeah, we did this holiday and we were up in the Midlands and we did 3, 4, 5 railways all up there, which was the Churnet Valley Railway, Severn Valley Railway. We did quite a few, and when you do lots of them close together, they all tend to sort of blur. So it was good. Yeah, footplate models. I believe did Australian Steam Outline many years ago. Oh, maybe they did. But I know they've got, or they did, a commission from Daypole for Somerset and Dorset joint railway carriages. I don't think they did that many of them. They did 3. It was like a coach, a composite, and a composite baggage. And I'm not sure if they did them for too long, but they literally took a stock LMS suburban coach, painted it, sprayed it up in SDJR blue, and put them out like that. And I didn't actually manage to get a set, but they're quite rare. And if you don't watch it, they can be expensive. And then I found somebody who went the other way and got some Daypole coaches, similar kind of coaches, as kits, sprayed them up, put them together, and put SDJR transfers on. And they were really well done. So I got 2 rakes of those off of Fleabay. Ceiling, Charlie, yes, Brian, it's done. I was there yesterday when Charlie put the piece back in place. As he said, it's got a little bit of a like water damage on it. So one side is darker than the other. But obviously, because there's a stopcock just above it for the garden hose, occasionally it will leak. And, even if it's a tiny drip coming out of one of the seals. Anyway, Charlie put it back. So for those that spotted Charlie's ceiling, it's back in one piece. Happy news. Dundas Junction Model Railroad. Hello, James. Good morning to you, and good morning to Randall Ellison. For those that have just joined, I'm doing a Southern day today. So I've got UK Southern, courtesy of Mr. Bullard, and American Southern too, which is a whole lot older, but still as green. Sorry I missed the live stream, Charlie, out and about yesterday. Yeah, it followed not long after, about half an hour after Alan's, and I thought, because I saw that pop up, I thought, I made a mental note, next half hour, leave a gap, because Charlie will be on, and I'll pop on there. But I think everybody else was going to make their dinner at the time, which is a shame. But there was 3 or 4 of us on there to keep Charlie company. And I hope you appreciate that, Charlie. I certainly did. It's always great seeing your layout. Anyway, let's get you down on the track and take a look. It was at the model shop mid-morning. That's all right. Any time's good for a model shop. And here we go. Oh, look at that. Southern. I do like that. I think that's Mystic John territory. I haven't seen Mystic John today, but there's always a chance that he'll find his way out of his pit-like bed and join us. But we live in hope anyway. And here is Blackmore Vale with, as it was pointed out, a 3-car set behind it. Sexier than a half-naked girl walking across the football field after my live stream today. In your dreams, Artie. Oh, there's Ivo Van Zon. Just popping in for a few minutes. You're always welcome, Ivo. And your vast knowledge that is in that incredible planetoid-sized brain of yours. And Mav, good afternoon, Mav. There's a bit of southern. Steve Childers, hello, Steve. A little bit of southern for you. Great story. The shut-off valve had been leaking. Brought the plumber in to fix it. Later it leaks again, and that caused the water damage. Meant to pull it back for the longest time. Yeah, Charlie, I had a blocked rainwater drain, and for years I didn't know what to do with it. If it was something hard down there, I would have wanted to bring it back rather than push it on and create more problems. Anyway, I just decided to get somebody in yesterday and have it jetted. And sure enough, strangely enough, a newt popped out of it. Because the pipe had been uncovered for a certain amount of time, a newt had actually got down inside there and, called it home. So while he was jetting it out, this newt came flying back out. Strange. I don't know if anyone saw it, but yesterday, Roy Smith from the N-Scale Union Pacific Evanston subdivision has passed away. Yes, I was aware of that. I did see Dwight's post on that. Very sad. Is that the Roy Smith who was down at Panama, I believe? So I know there was somebody down at Panama who was really quite ill. Just put me right there if I'm wrong. Yes, thanks, JD. Yes, I was aware of that. I know he'd been ill for some time. I just don't like people to suffer, that's all. And if there's a continuation of sufferance, at least now he will suffer no more. Rest in peace, Roy. But this is the kind of stuff that Roy likes. I know he was an N-scaler, but we can't hold that against him. As you can see, Double O and HO seem to run quite well together, and it allows me to indulge my passions for railways, be it the United States, Germany, UK, Scotland, Wales. I'd like to do some Irish stuff, but the only thing I've got which is Irish is the Guinness flats that I got from Irish Railway Models. Are the 3-car set coaches steel? That explains the longer wooden car set. I think they probably are. By the time that Bullidge came in to take over the Southern as CME, I think they'd moved from wood to steel body. And I know Bullidge was quite an innovator. There's been much written about Bullidge, but he was an innovator. Obviously, you can't really call that streamlining, but it was ear smoothed. It allowed them at a time of war to put the coaches and the locomotive through a washing machine without ripping parts off of it, like pipes and tubes and bits and pieces like that. So they put a casing on it, which allowed it to go through washing machines. So you didn't have to stand there and hand wash it. But the 440, what a beautiful little machine. Westinghouse pumps on the outside, white wall wheels, and a rake of Southern to go with it. Ivor Junction. Hello, Danny. Good afternoon to you. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. And I hope you're not sweltering too much in your loft. In fact, you're probably out of it at the moment because it was probably too much for you. For those of you that don't know Danny at Ivor Junction, Danny's got a loft layout. Really nice guy, enthusiastic, works in the rail industry, which for many of us we'd love to do, but just never got there. And Danny's enthusiasm is infectious. So if you haven't checked out his channel, pop across to Ivor Junction and take a look. And yeah, it's Danny really does enjoy his model railways. Let's put it that way. And long may that continue, Danny. Yeah, I bet it's hot up. It's fairly warm in the shed, around about 75 degrees, which is comfortable. It's t-shirt weather, but I haven't really suffered in the shed this year. I really don't know why, but it hasn't really got that hot, and not up to like 100 Fahrenheit or anything like that. JD, get some eggs and fry it on the sidewalk today. Yeah, I would imagine it is still really hot in America, particularly where Steve Childers is, which is Oklahoma. Yes, I know that's sort of Tornado Alley, but they can get some pretty high temperatures there. What would you class that as? Midwest, is it, Steve? How many times did Jason bump his head? Well, Jason's got to be about 6'6", 6'6", 6'7". To be able to bump your head on the light or the ceiling like that. And of course, he's about a foot taller than Grace, and Grace is what, 5'3". Mix of Midwest, Plains, and Southwest. Well, Steve, that does seem to be an ideal location. I know you've obviously thought about that as you were living in Florida and moved back to Oklahoma. Yeah, there's no denying your roots, is there? Yeah, now, what did I do with that? Is that right? That one? Aha. Right. Timber surf, forgot the duck. Yeah. Well, now that everybody knows what timber surf looks like, when I first saw timber surf, it was with Brian, which was was it Getz last year? I immediately thought, my God, it looks just like Graham Hill, the racing driver. And that sort of stuck with me, I'm afraid. So timber surf, if you're here or watching this later, yeah, Graham Hill. That's what it reminds me of. So yeah, apologies for that, but I suppose if you look at Teddy Sheringham back in the day, the footballer, yeah, I'm supposed to be a dead ringer for Teddy Sheringham, the footballer. Believe it or not. Well, Clive, I think probably timber can walk on water. Right, let's get a little bit of sound going on our little machine. Let's expedite some sound, because these are sound capable. Expand. Right, it's number 8. Here we go, folks. Right, on the next turn around, I'll stick on the sound for the Bullied Pacific, and you should hear the three-cylinder beep for that, which is a very funny sound. It's not at the rate it should be. It's only half the rate it should be. But if with a three-cylinder, you get 6 chuffs per revolution of the wheel. So when it's going at walking pace, it sounds like it's racing already. So I left it at 3 chuffs a cylinder, a revolution, I'm sorry. Right, let's go on to the other one. Right, let's just shut the other one up for a minute. Yeah, it's definitely a funny cadence on there. The 3-cylinder sound. Trying to get a sound automation option for the horns. And it's just gone off the top of the picture. Oh, thanks, Mark, and welcome in. Good afternoon to you. I hope this Sunday in August is proving fruitful for you, mate. And Chuck Schreiber. Good morning, Chuck. Nice to see you. Chuck, I thought I'd have a southern day today. So coming around is Blackmore Vale. 21C123 is the reg number on there. Pulling some quite bright green malachite coaches. That kind of green is known as malachite green. A little bit similar to the 440 here from the US Southern, which is quite a bright green. The coaches are a little more of a drab sort of olive colour, but I think that was quite prevalent in early American railroading. Drab olive green seems to have been the thing with a lot of roads. So I did ask, I think it was Redbird Tony about that one regarding Illinois Central. And according to him, it was that same drab green. But Mr. Bullied, who was the chief, he decided on this green. And it's affectionately known in the UK as malachite green. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I've grown to like it over the drab olive colour that Southern used to be in the UK. And Maura Curran. Hello, Maura. Nice to see you. Oh, clearing out the attic. A noble task. As it's being insulated the next couple of weeks. Oh, right, so you've got to move all the stuff out. That's probably going to be a dusty, hot affair, Mara. I wish you well with that. Right, let's have some more sound. Got the resin pour for the river done. Oh, nice one, Mark. And the embankment tops landscaping. Just need to edit the video. Well, as you probably well know, editing videos can take as long to do. Parts ending up on the cutting room floor and sounds that aren't quite as good as they should be. It can take as long as doing the actual thing itself. So good luck with that one, Mark. But it's great that there's a bit of progress. 10 Christmas trees. Blimey, Mara. That's a lot. Right, let's drag you on to the other side of the layout. And we'll see what the view's like from over here. This should give you a better view of... Oh, what happened? Sorry about that. Here comes Southern Annie. A little bit of that, I think. Try and move it a little bit further away. Ah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. How's that for a view, everybody? Is that okay? Oh, the camera's been drinking, yeah. You can't get the tools these days, Artie. Downhill double header with the second locomotive on the back of the train. That's an interesting one, Ivo. Oh, do I take it Tony's going to turn his hand to doing grass? Yeah, that suggests to me, Anthony, that it's the content that obviously takes the time. Something like a song, yeah, I imagine that would take some time. Days of drinking on the job long past us these days. If there was any chance that I was ever going to be driving, I'd leave it a good 24 hours plus if I ever had a drink. It wasn't worth losing your license and your job just at a whim. Right, as I bring around, I'll inject some smoke into Blackmore Vale, and we should be able to smoke her up. If I can remember what the function key is that turns it on. I know it's one of them between 1 and 10, so I should be able to figure it out. Right, I'll bring around to a point where you can actually see it. Oh, with its squeaky brakes. How about that? Right, let me find my injector. It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. I have it at hand. Oh, you've got to love those Germans. They make very good smoke fluid. 5 milliliter? That's too much. That's about right. Shaky hands, McGee. Okie dokie. Put the lid back on. Right, now I've just got to figure out which function the smoke is. Let's try 3. That's a whistle. 4. No. 5. No. 6. Well, nothing happened. So let's see if any smoke issues out of it. Let's get it moving. It's not 6. Let's try 7. No, that's the sound effect. Let's try 8. I think that might be it. I think it might be function 8. I might have to blow down the chimney. Yes, we have smoke. It took a little while, but it's starting to issue smoke. You should just be able to see that there. And we've got Tammy and Ray. Hello, Tammy and Ray. Nice to see you. If everybody would like to spam the chat for Ray, that'd be most appreciated. Neither on continuity. And there is more issuing of smoke. So now we should see something as it runs past. Enjoy. Get him, Grandpa. 37 in the chat, 32 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. I am most appreciative. Let's move you a little closer. That might give you a slightly better effect. There you go. Oh, the Americans can't make it up your grade. Well, Archie, that is a bit of a stiff grade for any locomotive. Thanks, Maura. This one, the Bullied Pacific Blackmore Vale, was a home brew. It started life just as a DC locomotive, and I went to town on it with a fan-generated smoke unit from ESU and lock sounds 21 pin with lots of auxiliary boards in the tender, And yeah, it was quite a project, but it seemed to have worked out favorably. Wait, Scott Rails, hello Dave. Sunday morning, yeah, very Sunday morning, Dave. Who suggested spam fritters? What am I pushing my videos through, Charlie? It's straight to YouTube. There's no software, one camera. I'm not sure my PC could take it using a proprietary software for the video like StreamYard. I'm not sure my minuscule PC could take it, to tell you the truth. But I have got some ideas about that. Don't eat spam. What is wrong with spiced pork and ham? Nothing wrong with spiced pork and ham. That's probably been going. How long have we had spam? Since the 20s. And I'm still eating it to this day. I particularly like the bacon flavored one. Oh, that's to die for. You see, even our American cousins like spam. Spiced pork and ham. It's nice and simple, comes in a can, lasts forever, and tastes great, particularly when fried or grilled. Now we've got Gary, Leicester Station TMD. How do you get widescreen, Andy? Beats me. I just push it into YouTube, and they've obviously decided on the widescreen. Yeah, you see, Artie, that's a very weighty point. But it doesn't go off, sits in the tin. You don't have to refrigerate it. Yeah, it's great for a meal, particularly when you're out somewhere sparse. It's the webcam. So this webcam is a Hewlett Packard that my son got me when he obviously saw me struggling with trying to use the little tiny camera on the PC. I think he got sick of me whinging, so he just went and got me one, which I'm really quite grateful for. The camera itself, I think it's the usual kind of 60 frames a second type of thing. It's a HP 320 FHD webcam. So yeah, it's pushing out HD. So it's probably a 1080 or a 760, something like that. A spam barbecue. That sounds great, Artie. Don't forget the barbecue beans to go with it, though. Got to add the beans, man. Right, let's try the other view again. The gigabyte pan. Wonderful spam, marvelous spam. And yeah, you're right. Can't sing for shit. Sorry about that. Oh, Anthony, I'm quite happy to endorse the fact that it's poor people's food. Um, we all come from humble backgrounds, so I was just glad of it. A really good filler, and I don't think it's ever done me any damage. So if it's seen as a poor people's food, yeah, so be it. It's just pretty good food, something you can rely on in an ever-changing world. Oh, Ivo's off. Okay, take care, Ivo. Oh, Bologna. Yeah, Bologna sausage, known in the Americas as bologna. I've tried my damnedest to get that here, and I'd have to go into an Italian. Whoa, what's happening? The smoke has dissipated. Right, give me a second, folks. Right, let's get some more smoke in there. Okay, folks, here we go again. A nice, sturdy flat. Get past the childproof lid. Always struggle with that. The syringe. The perfect amount. Injected. Right, I might have to reset function 8, which is this particular, right, off, on. Okay. Let's just see if that gives some wisps of smoke, because yes, the generator is still hot. So as you can see, there is smoke issuing out. Remove this. And a little whistle. And off we go. Oh yeah, trying to get hold of a hypodermic needle and trying to explain to a chemist that you actually want it to inject smoke fluid into a model railway engine. Yes, you might get some funny looks, but who would be lying about a thing like that? Right, let's just see if the smoke generated seems to be behaving itself. Unlike the vape versions, which tend to issue out and then quickly curl over into the ground, the hot smoke tends to go up into the atmosphere. Obviously, the heat is making it rise. So I think, all in all, it gives a better effect of smoke than a vape unit. That's just my personal preference, but I've yet to grab a Hornby model which has the vape unit or one of the more specialist TRS units. I'd love to put one in the 440, but I think that might be a little bridge too far. But I can always approach TRS, see if they're willing to do it. But I very much like the smoke. Right from the start, I think the first train set I got was a Carabel unit, RS62. It was a Hornby, Triang Hornby job, and that had a smoking unit on it. So as you can see, I was dipped into it from the first. Shelfbury Model Railways, hello, good afternoon to you. Nice to see you. BLI 280 consolidation. Now that's a 280, correct, Steve? Thing is, Steve, if you get 2 or 3 locomotives pushing out smoke, it really can get a bit overpowering. So sort of open the windows or the door. But the Salte smoke fluid seems to be probably the best on the market. Although the NTH stuff was quite, it produced clouds of smoke. Absolutely great. Artie's got 6 American steam engines that smoke. Yeah, the problem is, Artie, if they can't get up the grades, then it's difficult to use. You probably end up with a steam engine with 1 coach behind it, trying to struggle up the hill. But I've always liked that feature. That's just me being me, I suppose. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Yeah, the old layout got kind of smoky. I like your style, Steve. Oh, sewing machine oil. Nah, that's not good. Baby oil. I did try that once, but again, it's not the right stuff. I know it's supposed to be a mineral oil, but that's sort of best left to the chemists who can produce it for that application. And I have to tell you, the Germans are very good at that. I do also have a bottle of this stuff. ESU Rauch Distillat. But this smells of oranges, strangely enough. I don't know why, but it's definitely got an orange smell about it. Brian used 3-in-1 oil by a electric smoke generator. Oh dear, I bet that stunk. Yes, no problem, Mark. Stanover is 9 short of 500 subscribers. So if you guys can dig in your pockets and subscribe to Mark, it doesn't cost you a cent when I say dig in your pockets. But yeah, it would be great to see Mark over the magic 500. That's obviously halfway to 1,000, and 500 subscribers. That's quite a goal worth achieving. The old Triang Chuff Chuff Princess. The only trouble is with the old Triang ones, you had to get them going really fast to get any kind of smoke out of it. And by that time, it was going so fast that the smoke was just issuing behind the locomotive instead of coming out the top. So it's great that they've actually got a little motor generator which actually chuffs it out. with a, it's like a small compressor wheel in there. Yeah, it's quite a pleasant smell, this version of it. And Artie's hoping to get to 500 by the end of the year. I have no such ambitions or anything like that. The subscribers is what it is. I suppose if I was chasing it, I'd put in a lot more content. There are things you can do. But for me, it's a pastime. Love model trains, like running them. Great to have a bit of company on a Sunday. And it's nice that people are interested. So, yeah, it's a nice pastime for me. I see it as no more than that. And it's great to have everybody's company. I'm giving away my ex. Well, Artie, you certainly got that, man. It was great to see you in operation when Anthony and Joyce came over, and you showed them just everything you possibly could. And yes, what a fine, upstanding citizen. And a very funny man. Yeah, the subs don't make an incredible difference to your views. I suppose it's what catches people at the time, Robert. I suppose if we can keep it entertaining and things moving and things interesting, yeah, the people watching it will follow. Oh, as you can see, it's run out of smoke. And the interesting feature with this ESU unit is that it turns itself off when it does that. When the reservoir is empty, it stops before it runs completely dry. There's a sensor in the reservoir which stops the element from heating, so it doesn't destroy your smoke unit. It's very good of ESU to do that. Right, let's just pop that over there. Let's just go recall. Was it 8? It was indeed. There we have a bit of silence. One more pass. I must admit, both of these run really, really well. Hornby did a great job on the Blackmore Vale. And as you can see, the Bachmann 440 is just a delight once it's working properly. Let's just drag you over onto the jolly old PC. There we go. Well, oh, hang on, I'm too low. Come up a bit. There we go. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that little indulgence into the southern regions of Britain and America. I don't intend to be a big channel. I don't think anybody intends to be a big channel. I suppose it helps if you're somebody like Sam, who makes a business out of it. But that's entirely up to him. I suppose he really has to take some stick in doing that, but I think he does quite well. don't think we have a choice. Well, no. If it takes off, it takes off. But I'm certainly not looking for it. It's just a matter of having a bit of fun and reaching out to people and being able to broadcast worldwide. There's a lot to be said for YouTube, as much as there's all the silly adverts and things like that. I suppose they've got to make some money out of it, but it's just how much money do they really need? It can look a bit overly corporate sometimes, but that's my opinion. It's just there it is. It takes a huge effort to continue providing content on YouTube. It does, from both YouTube's point of view, in that they've got to have storage for all of these videos, and on our part for trying to set up, get trains out of boxes onto the layout, make sure they're running perfectly, make sure there's an ambient sound which is not including people mowing grass and things like that. And then do the live stream and then clear everything away afterwards. It's there's a lot of work in it. I think it was Dave at Scott Rails who said, right, no more live streams at the moment because I've got to get on and do some work on the layout because it's taking 3 days. Yeah, just ask Scott Rails. Yeah. It's taking 3 days to set up, clear all the rubbish off where you've been working on the layout, get things put out, make sure everything's in operation, get the video correct from the right locations. It's quite a bit of work, and I've got more views on videos when I have 500 subs than I do at 2,000. Just do not do serious videos anymore. Not my thing. No, there's got to be an element of fun for you to actually enjoy it yourself. And I suppose when it isn't fun anymore, maybe it's time to do something else. But it's still fun, and I still enjoy it. Yeah, Dave's a lot more chilled today, knowing he hasn't got the pressure on to get set up and then put everything away and then get the motivation to do something on the layout. I think you've done the right thing, Dave, and that really speaks volumes for you, that you've just said, stop, this is what I'm going to do. And I think that's really what you need to do. Before that, I hadn't thought about it. But yeah, it does take a while to set up. And videos, too much editing. I tend to do a video as is. Turn the camera on. Try and splurge as much as you want to get across out there. If it's a dud, you've always got the option to do it again. But if you've already put 20 minutes in the can and you mess it up, that's another 20 minutes. And things will be left out, which hitherto they weren't. But yeah, it's a bit of work, things that I enjoy doing on my behalf, and it's great to have company along for the ride, and got a lot of great friends out there. A lot of them are in the chat today. So with that happy note, I'd like to wish you all a great week, and try and stay out of trouble. Yeah, Randall, it's good to see you home, man. I know you've been out on like a secondment, but yeah, it's always great when you get home. Thank you all for coming in. As Anthony would say, Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains. And what was it that the plumber says? It says, peace and locomotive grease. So I'll leave you with that thought, and enjoy yourself, everybody. And I'll catch you next weekend and in the streams. So long for now. Take it easy, everybody.